Hello. Greetings. Greetings. Hello, my loves. Hello, live viewers on Facebook. Hello, my subscribers to YouTube. Hello. The music in the background happens to be Prince David. I wanted to hear a little harp. Prince plays the harp. He hasn't played it for me live in a while, so I kind of was desiring to hear him. My son is on YouTube. He has great harp meditation and prayer music. And this is some of his meditation and prayer music. Hello, beautiful people. How are you this week? I'm super excited that you took time out of your schedule to join me on the RFD show. I am Robin F. David, the host of the RFD show. The RFD show is for the everyday woman, and helping her move through life with divine purpose, joy, healing, health, and wellness. And of course, her bag. She got to get that money. And sometimes, money is only attracted to you feeling good about yourself. And some people who have money and don't feel good about themselves is a whole nother topic and show. Hello, beautiful. Hello, welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here today. Today, I won't be long before you guys. I am going to get right to the point about emotional release and the importance of emotional release, emotional pain, and what it can do to the body. The reason I thought about this subject because last week I had a visit to the doctor. And I learned about myself and my experiences through life that when we hold on to emotional pain, it creates dis-ease, discomfort in the body. The body is all connected. We're all connected. The body is all connected. And so, what I've learned in my own experiences, as you may know, some of you may know, I had in 2015, I had this personal spiritual awakening, which was really, made me really understand what God says, as a man thinketh, that is who he is. Whatsoever man think of himself, that is who you are. Your thoughts create you, your whole body, mind experience. It's about your emotional wellness. And as a spiritual teacher, my goal in life is to empower people to embrace, love, and nurture yourself and appreciate yourself and value yourself and honor yourself. And one of the things I found was in my personal struggle with honoring and loving and truly being honest with myself and feelings and what my feelings was really telling me. Because we have feelings, your feelings are there to tell you something. So releasing emotional pain for me back in 2015, experiencing leaving a marriage from youth, from home to getting married, leaving my mom's house, got married, had my children, and that experience and then losing my youngest son really made me evaluate what emotional pain really was doing. And emotional pain sets in the body. And last week I went to the doctor and I was told something that I didn't want to hear, right? And when you come to RD show, most of the time I'm going to talk to you about holistic practices. I have a holistic practitioner, which is my is who teaches me how to take care of myself naturally through holistic approach. And a lot of things, I learned in 2009, in 2000 99, I became a self-care wellness coach, and I started using plant-based and essential oils way before it's now a big thing. And what I also realized was, we use lavender when we're stressed, and we use these essential oils to calm us or to invigorate us, right? So you have these holistic approaches in life. A lot of it is what you are taking in your body through food, through conversation. We have gateways in our body, and the body is the temple, right? It's the temple where the divine lives within the temple. And divinely, you have an assignment here on earth. You were called to an assignment. And if you're not eating correctly, or if you have emotional pain, it shows up in your body. And a lot of people will deny that. They will say, well, nah, Robin, why would God let me be sick? And, I disagree. I think that because we as people, we call out whatever name you like to use to heal it instantly, and we grab prescriptions out as soon as our doctor writes us a prescription, we run and we say, well, this pain got to go now. But we don't really sit with ourselves and really ask ourselves, where is this pain rooted from subconsciously, deep down? So I always run up to that experience back in 2015 because that was the most painful time in my life. I have not experienced pain like that ever. But that really made me realize that I had some undealt with emotional pain that was still there from my childhood. Now, some of you might have had a perfect childhood. This might not be the show for you. I mean, some of us had, but when I think of a tree and I think of roots and I think of life, the living life that we had, something disturbed. It wasn't your fault. We were born with purpose. We were born into iniquity. So that meant you were born into something. Some of us was born and the silver spoon was in your mouth. Great. Some of us was born and had two amazing parents. Wonderful. But what I'm saying, there is more of us that were born with broken experiences. And those visual things and those things that went in our visuals and that went in our ear gates and our eye gates created some unbelief and some doubt and some insecurities. And in life, we just cover it up and we go buy some Louis Vuittons and we buy us a nice car and we say we made it. I'm married. I did what society said: graduate from high school, get married, um, have your children, start your career path. You do what society tell you to. You do everything to please your parents and your friends, but then you have these emotional pains that you go to bed with every day and you never discuss. You're not wanting to talk about because it's like you don't want to tell people that you're experiencing these things, right? And what I find that as I'm in my second half of life, which is really good, it's really good. In the second half of life, when you hit 50, between 40 and 50, your life is going to let you know what you did in the 20s. Your skin is going to tell you was in the sun too much. Your body going to tell you ate too much carbs. Your body going to say sugar ain't your friend. Okay. I'm not a doctor, but I will be bringing some people on to confirm and affirm RFD. I'm going to bring some professionals on for you guys because I have an array of amazing friends. But I follow my own guidance, which that means I believe that the Holy Spirit gives me instruction over the temple that He has given me. He gives me words. He gives me words of wisdom. He tells me about myself. He puts me in the mirror and say, "Girl, you need to work on that because that's what's causing you the problem and the pain." So let me just quickly tell you. So last week I had some issues going on in the body. And my doctor had the entire body up, as you learn about it, because like I said, my holistic practitioner taught me some stuff. She told me some stuff about being a woman, that the womb of the woman, is shaped like this. And I said we were born. You know how they tell you if a woman's planning to have a baby, she needs to eat right. She has to prepare her body so that and you gotta, get married, be married and have you want to prepare to bring the baby to this world. Well, the womb of a woman houses a lot of things. hmm See, the body, it's amazing how God created the body. I mean, how he just, the ear gates, the eye gates, and what we speak out of our mouth and what we put in our mouth. Okay. These are the things that defile the body or cause the body to serve and be happy and be in this place of joy. And pain, for me, when I found that out, I was like, oh, I'm responsible for this discomfort that was going on in my mouth. Because he had the body up there and he was like, Robin, doctors are now saying if people's hygiene, if they would take better care. Greetings, love. Thank you for being here with me. If we would, and I have you next week to help me talk about releasing emotional pain. That's one of my experts I have next week, if she's available next week. The body holds on to emotional discomfort. It could be childhood experiences that you haven't talked to a therapist about or opened up about. You haven't practiced forgiving. If you haven't practiced forgiving yourself, if you are in shame and guilt, it shows up in the body. And the body is just a simple reflection of what you think and how you feel. And then there's all these things where we say, well, why are you supposed to eat right? Because the food that we eat is also healing the body on purpose by itself. So I'm not the nutritionist. I bring one of my nutritionist friends on because that's where I'm working at on my latter half of my second half of my life is really improving and releasing sugar and releasing carbs and learning to eat a lot better. Today I had a vegan burger and I had vegan drink today because I want to feel good on the show. It makes me feel better when I come up here on Mondays. So basically, I wanted to tell you guys that if you are having discomfort, and I had a lot of discomfort last week. I know. That's why I'm looking forward to you coming on next week so you can talk to them about sugar. Yeah, sugar is the devil, right? And we love all these things because we were brought up on those things, but we got to get to the subconscious. We have subconscious and we have an unsubconscious way of living. And when we live unsubconsciously to allowing our emotions, emotions is energy that flows, emotions, and you'll get it trapped in places. You know how people have migraines? Something deeper than just popping a pill and trying to go to sleep. Then it'll be another pill popped and then another pill popped because they haven't yet really identified what is really causing me to have this migraine. I had some pain that I had to literally deal with. My heart was really broken when my husband and I broke up and my son was shot and killed. My heart was like, I couldn't dress that up. I couldn't dress it up. I don't even think Louis Vuitton and all that would make that look cute because I was in a hurting place and I wanted to identify what was hurting me so much. So I started to meditate in prayer. And the reason I say prayer and meditation in the beginning of my day, because I wanted to set the tone of my day, period. I had to listen to what he was telling me. Initially, when I first went through that experience, I tweaked my food. I did took the sugar out. I was working out physically. And people's like, well, how can you be so joyful? I'm like, I'm working out. I'm eating. This is what my son would want me to do. And this blesses my husband. Because I ain't on his nerves talking to him like, well, as a bitter ex-wife, you know what I'm saying? So that was really the purpose for me to eat right and exercise. And it was for me to feel better about me and for me to move on with my life every day meant something to me and my other children. And so I don't want to lose the points. I want to get really to the point. So if you have some childhood stuff, it could be, something happened to you, molestation. It could be that your father or mother abandoned you. Your person that you are angry with is deceased. You have to really get to that place and know that in the spiritual realm, they're not gone. They may be physically gone, but you can have that conversation to relieve that pain in you. Have that conversation for yourself because dis-ease, D-I-S hyphen E-A-S-E, dis-ease in the body is telling you that there's some dis-ease in your life. We walk around all the time with dis-ease in our life, and then it becomes disease. We have high blood pressure, we have sugar, we become diabetics, we don't have to carry those family things on, but because we choose to be still angry at auntie and auntie because we heard that they didn't treat so and so right and they didn't do, we carry these things on. We be mad at them at the family reunion, like okay, they still smoking weed, and you told them they shouldn't be smoking weed no more. But it's okay. You ain't smoking no more, so just go and be you. But it gets you so mad, and then you be so mad at your family members, it shows up on you. So what I teach is several techniques on how to really move through emotional pain. I'm not going to tell them all today. You have to sign up and be one of my coaching clients because I have techniques that I use daily to accept myself, love myself, and to allow my body to feel better. I use essential oils. I use all kind of holistic approaches. I make sure I go to bed on time. I practice these things that I teach my coaching clients. And releasing emotional pain is important. And so what one of the practices I'm doing this week is writing down because we had a full moon. I don't know a lot about the full moon, but my holistic doctor called me and she said, "Well, it's the full moon. What are you going to release?" And I said, "What am I going to release?" So one of the I'll share a few things that I'm releasing from my emotional pain. I'm releasing toxins from my bodies. I'm releasing sugar. I admit the sugar and I need a divorce a long time ago. It's my white enemy. I'm releasing lack consciousness because I deserve to have an abundant life. I mean, you got to release the consciousness of it. I mean, you got to dig down in there and identify those things. Pardon me, it's my grandson. Grandson, not right now. I'll call you back. I'm doing the RFD show, grandson. Call you back. Love you. So basically, I'm releasing my past. You got to let it go. You have to say it out loud. You have to write it down sometimes. There's simple practices, and there are several different practices that you can use to release an emotional pain. Emotional pain are those thoughts that keep you up late at night, anxiety, worrying about what tomorrow's going to happen tomorrow with your job, with your family. Those are emotional pains. It sets you up for discomfort in your body. So one other thing I want to tell you, one of my coaches taught me, like if I get a headache, I don't run and take medicine. I drink water because I know that my body is saying, "You're not hydrated." I believe in breathing because breathing connects me to my nerve system. It relaxes me. It allows me not to be in a fight to flight type of mindset. Those things, when I talk about breathing techniques and drinking water, those are just the God given simple things that my body is maybe saying. Just breathe, Robin. Relax, Robin. Calm down, Robin. Those are the things, that's how I talk to myself. The divine in me also taught me to release things like procrastination. Because sometimes we say, "I'm gonna go to the doctor. I'm gonna get my fit. I'm gonna go work out." We keep putting it off, but then pain just keep coming, and then you get, and us is we get to the doctor and it's like, "Well, ma'am, if you would have came 2 weeks ago, we probably could have gave you a little antibiotic, but now we gotta take the whole thing." That happened to me, y'all, because I procrastinated about my tooth, so they had to take the whole tooth. Because I was like telling myself, "Oh, I'm gonna be okay. I don't really want to do that, and I don't think I should." Yeah, so we procrastinate, and procrastination costs us more, and it makes us feel bad. So some of these things, if you're feeling those things, so one of the things I had to learn about the woman is that we are a womb. And I started reading this book recently. My goddaughter blessed me with this book. It's called The Sacred Woman. And I'll tell you, every woman should pick it up, right? Every woman and man, because you like women, so you need to know how we operate, how we be having hot flashes, why we be acting moody sometimes. I like to have fun with you guys if you guys are on here. But let me tell you, 7 years ago, my life changed, and I became a spiritual awareness that loving myself is really what the divine always was wanting us, because we're all created in the image, right? Of love, peace, healthiness, happiness, joy, prosperity, those things, right? So one of the things at one of the workshops I went to 7 years ago, once I got divorced and my son was shot and killed, I went to a women's workshop. It was an intimate women's workshop. Yes, girl, that is really this is what we gonna get into, because I'm starting to read this. But my holistic doctor was telling me, she was like, Robin, and but the dentist told me that the mouth, go back to that real quick, is the gate to wholeness in the body, because it's connected to the brain. And if we ain't taking good care of all of this, it affects everything else, how all that flows. And so, we got to go to the dentist, not wait until it hurt. Go regularly and floss more. So now I'm on this whole holistic approach, and I'm feeling better this week. Thank God for my holistic doctor. She gave me some essential oil steps, and I've been using those, and I'm feeling better. But I had to tell myself, Robin, that's not how you treat your body. And so he was saying that nowadays, if we take better care of our hygienes in our mouth, it keeps the whole body whole. And how he had a picture of how the body is all connected and how it all serves and all that stuff. But one thing I am practicing for the next 14 days, when I went to the women's wellness retreat, and she took this practice from the from the sacred woman. It's about the womb work, releasing things from the womb. So let me ask you a question. Do you feel angry, stressed, resentful, and regretful? Because if you're feeling those things, what for? Why? Ask yourself why. Why do I feel angry? So you have to ask the womb these questions. If you're a woman, you have a womb, and you have to ask those questions. And this practice really, look at this. I kept it in my Bible. Look, 7 years. I held on to it. My goddaughter was like, Mom, I'm just gonna get you the book, Mom. I'm just gonna get you the book. And I love her. She's like, Mom, you just need the book. I said, yeah, I do. But this practice right here meant a lot to me, because I was like, okay, I do feel angry, I do feel stressed. And then another question is, do you feel misused, misunderstood, or abused? Why? And for what? You have to ask yourself these questions. What wounds are you carrying? Are you angry at your dad because he left you? Are you upset at your mom? A lot of stuff go back to mother stuff and daddy stuff that we still carry over into our marriages, into our friendships. Yeah, because I met a girl back at reunion. She said, well, Robin, I didn't like you. And I was like, what did I do to you? She's like, well, I didn't have my parents. I was like, I'm sorry you didn't have your parents. But what did that have to do that you bullied me at school? I was just being nice. But I did understood that she was hurting. So her hurt, she couldn't be friendly to me. She didn't want to be friendly with me because she was angry with her parents. So we have to understand that we are walking around the world with people, with us, with yourself, sometimes just hot mess mad. So if you want to release some of these problems, the womb work is a prayer, right? So you dialogue with your womb, you talk to your womb, you in the womb, in the divine, your higher self, God, Jesus, whatever name you use, Most High, Yahushua. I'm not here to be a minister. I'm here to just teach practical self care. Practical self care is really just doing small things, tweaking those little small things in your life to make you feel better about yourself and to release those emotional pain. And so then you do a prayer over your womb. And the prayer is, I love the prayer. I'm just hyphenating these things. I'm not gonna do the whole practice. You gotta get the book and the workbook, and I'll come back and I'm gonna have self-care boss on here, and she gonna go in there and she gonna tell us some things about the body and what it's telling you when you hold on to pain. That'll be our topic next month. We'll talk about that. I'll talk to her about that and what she wants to share more about healing and releasing anger, stress, disappointment, oh, low self esteem, lack. Those things get balled up in the body and they start showing up as pain and they start showing up as a disease. And when your body is saying, it's hurting, it don't mean it wants you to go right out and start putting prescriptions in. It really ain't saying that. It might be just saying, don't give me all them sugar cookies that you ate last night. That could just sit that. So let's close this on the wound. So the dialogue with the wound is those questions that you would have. It's a clearing exercise, and you do it for 14 days and night. And then the wound healing prayer, it just simple says, wound, I ask the loving healing light of the Holy Spirit to fill you and cleanse you right now of any residues from my past hurt, pain, and resentment. I see you releasing any anger, rage, resentment, and disappointment that you've been holding right now. I see you filling with light, with healing light right now. I give thanks for your return to wholeness. I give thanks. Gratitude. It heals the body. When you tell it that you apologize, that you ate all those cookies, like last night I had dark chocolate. The dark chocolates with the blackberries, and they had the other ones with the pomegranates, or I say that word wrong, but the little red, they be gooshing out. I ate too many. Even good stuff, you overeat it, your body says, no, no, no. You had five too many dark chocolates, Miss Robin. I was like, okay. I only need four. So basically, you have to honor the body. So you have to say, thank you. I appreciate you. I apologize to my wound. You have to apologize to your wound, and you have to tell your wound, I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you. So you lay your hand on your wound and you talk to your wound and you talk to that place that has the pain. And you identify it. And you say, what is, I started this project and my holistic doctor said, well, what's going on with you, Robin? And I said, I keep getting the pain right there. And she said, it's because you don't feel like you're supported. And when I shifted my mind and decided that I am supported, the pain went away. But I was literally feeling unsupported mentally. And so it showed up in the shoulder of my shoulder. See, every area of your body where the pain show up, it's something unsubconsciously that you may have to address. Now, I have techniques that are um, simple things that I teach my coaching clients how to work through emotional pain. But some people, emotional pain may need therapy because some degree of mental wellness may take more than the physical tips that I teach in my toolbox. I have my toolbox because I was a fight to flight person. Like I now know that there's a solution to every problem. Let it show up and I'll say, oh, there must be a solution that I can create. But there used to be the old Robert to be like, my head hurt, my stomach hurt. I would be shut the windows. I'd be like, whining. But now I understand that emotions are just telling me you have a solution. You just need to tweak little things in your life. Mental fitness is your responsibility. Our health is our responsibility. So I hope you learned something here today. On wound cleaning, I didn't go over the whole practice, but I really held onto this for 7 years because it really did help me. And I am practicing it now, telling my body how much I appreciate it, especially after the doctor told me about, how it supports. And we know about the gut, right? The gut healing of all the food that we eat and stuff. So that I'm gonna bring professionals on. Because sometimes I don't want y'all to, I'm just led to tell you that you can release emotional pain. and you can be supported in your life, and you don't have to walk around in pain. So thank you for being here, amazing YouTube followers. It's way over my time. You rocked out and stayed with me, and you could have did all the things you could have did on this Monday. So I want to thank you. Come back next Monday where I'll have a guest, and we're going to talk more about this body healing. We're going to talk to a massage therapist that's going to be my guest next week or the week after. I got to check her schedule and check my schedule, but I know she's going to come back and give us some really good tips. I love you guys. You mean a lot to me. And I'm sending you all my love, 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 because releasing emotional pain may sometimes you got to find that person that you can work with. If you need a coach. I am a coach that like to disturb you in your comfort zone. What I do is help people with leadership, relationship building, spiritual growth, and personal growth. So if you need that coaching, that one-on-one where I can give you that spiritual shot in your life, contact me. Book your session with me, and I can show you how to put some tools in your kit so you can release emotional pain, so you can be filled with joy, so you can live life and complete your assignments in life and wake up every day ready. We need you. We want you to live a long time. So I hope I said something that inspires you to be the best version of yourself today. Thank you, my beloved sisters. You too. Shalom. Thank you, my queen. Shalom. Love you guys so much. See you next week and next month. I have not only just self care boss, but I have some other people coming to the RFD show, talk about different topics that'll help you be the best version of yourself in your everyday life. Again, I'm Robin F. David. Join my website at Robin F. David. Have a highly favorite week. Let Monday be the start of it. Hey, and manifest your best life. I love you guys. Talk to you next week. Thank you for being here with me. By the way, is there any topics that you and anybody that you want me to bring on? Because I do have some VIP people. I am emailing them. So if any topics you think I should talk about, please let me know. I'm here to service you. This is not about me, it's about you. Love you guys.